dance, it's a vibe. It's a vibe, oh yeah, move, it's a vibe. Baby girl, oh yeah, dance, it's a vibe. It's a vibe, oh yeah, move, it's a vibe. Slide down, oh yeah, dance, it's a vibe. It's a vibe, oh yeah, move, it's a vibe.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Daniel Jinadu. I'm a professional footballer and first-class psychology grad, and today we've got a really special video for you. I'm here with my boy Josh. Introduce yourself.
Yes guys, my name's Josh Pask. I used to play with Dan back at West Ham through the academy. He was a few years below me. But we're here today. We're actually out in Albania on a mission trip with the F3 boys. And he's told me to jump on this YouTube video, so I don't really know what it's about, but we've got some books here. Boom. Take it away, bro.
Yeah, that's it. So today, we're going to be telling you the top 5 books that we've read this season as professional footballers and how they've impacted us, giving you a little bit of nuggets from each of them. And then, yeah, let's jump straight into it. But before we begin, I don't know if you guys have been following the Beyond Football podcast, man. I've done a top episode here with Josh, how he just talking about how he's made a 6-figure business alongside being a professional footballer and what that entails and how the processes work. So make sure you guys check that down below. It's going to be linked in the bio, and make sure you guys follow him out. Follow him for some tips, some advice. If you want to start your own moving academy, check it out, man. Check it out. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Let's get it. Cool. So my first book that I read this season, I'm going to go in a reverse order, but it's this one that I picked up a couple weeks ago. It's called Bounce by Saeed. And it's all about the myth of talent and the power of practice. Basically, what the book is saying is that with practice, any one of us can become Ronaldo.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, basically that's what it's saying. It's saying, it literally talks about the 10,000 hour rule, which is literally, you got to make sure you have 10,000 hours in 10 years to be able to, you know, master your craft and become an expert. So that's one of the main things in the book. But for me, like just opening it and reading some of my notes here, it's talking about the different things that are really important when it comes to actually mastering your craft and becoming like a talent in any field: football, tennis, chess. It says early practice is vital so that performance becomes totally ingrained and flow from the subconscious. So they talk about people like the golf, Tiger Woods, how he started from a very young age because he had the guidance from his father and was able to put in those 10,000 hours before he reached like being a teenager. So that's what allowed him to become a great. But with time and practice, quality practice, we're all able to get to the highest level in any environment or endeavor.
You sure about that? Don't you reckon it's an element of maybe destiny? You feel?
No.
Because if you think about it, the top level professional athletes in any sort of sport, right? There's only like a few of them. Think about how many people, how many men and women train so hard, put in those 10,000, 20,000 hours, but never really make it to the top.
But they talk about that in the book, and they say that the main difference is a bit of so many different things. There's an element of luck to it. There's an element of talent. But what really separates them is the quality of their practice.
Next up we have a different book. It's quite an old book. I'm not too sure on the author, if I'm honest with you, but the book is called In the Name of the Father. And this is a book about, it's a biblical book, Christian book, talking about the name of God. In the Hebrew Bible, there's loads of different names of God. So there's El Roy, El Elyon, El Shaddai, Elohim. In the New Testament you have Adonai. There's various names that they call God. They also have one specific name which was mentioned at sort of the burning bush experience with Moses. A lot of people use it in sort of music now, the word Yahweh. Back in the day it used to be breathed and not spoken because it was too sort of holy to be spoken. But it's also known as the Tetragrammaton, so that is what you see when you see that. And it basically means I am that I am. So in essence, God is and is the essence of being. He's the essence of life itself. So it's just great to understand the different names of God in the scriptures and the attributes of God and how it's used in different sort of formats and different scriptures to describe his attributes and what he's doing. So it's a very in-depth book. It's a very sometimes confusing book because you have to understand the Hebrew. but it's also great to understand, being a Christian myself, really getting a deep dive into the names of God and understanding the God I serve and how powerful he is and how you use different words to describe his attributes. So I would encourage anyone who wants to sort of get to know God more, learn his names and read In the Name of the Father. I couldn't tell you who the author is, but it looks like this. You can probably find it on Amazon. My dad actually gave this to me, and I think it looks like it's from the 90s somewhere. So yeah, that's that book there.
Boom. What a powerful book. And obviously going straight on, my second book is linked to, it's another Christian book, but one that's as powerful, I think, as powerful.
That's a very good book.
And it's
right
called I Don't Have Enough Faith to Be an Atheist. And this one, the title in itself is powerful, because straight away as you see this title and you see this book, you're just like, what? You need to have faith to be an atheist?
Absolutely.
And that's what's so amazing about the work of Frank Turek and Norman Geisler. They always get people questioning your beliefs and really explaining it from a scientific perspective and really diving deeper into what people believe, why they believe it, and then actually giving a real case for Christ. And for me, this is probably one of the best books I've ever read. To be fair, like it's equipped me as a Christian to be able to defend the faith. And actually give a testament of why I actually believe in Jesus. You can grow up in a Christian family and you go to church, but you don't actually know why you believe. So for me, it gave me the reasons why I believe. Something cannot come from nothing. That's what scientists believe. That's what atheists believe. They believe that, bang, and you see this beauty, the clouds, the sky, the houses, our brains, the eyes came from nothing. You have to have more faith to believe that happened than to believe in a spaceless, timeless, immaterial, personal, loving God. So I'd advise anyone who's maybe questioning their faith or anything to check out that book, I Don't Have Enough Faith to Be an Atheist, because, yeah, it was amazing. It was amazing.
So my next book is a bit of a different book. I'm going to be bouncing around various different topics. Obviously, I run a business, and a big part of business is tax. Now, it's so boring. This book is a very boring read, if I'm honest with you. But if you're looking to start a business, or if you're looking to, start a side hustle, whatever it might be, or just invest your money, or maybe you're getting money from, your various work, you need to make sure you understand tax. And this is where a lot of people, unfortunately, are very ignorant, and they get hurt because they're overtaxed or they don't understand the tax loopholes. Obviously, tax rules are constantly changing all the time. I'm not going to bore you with this, but I would highly recommend reading Tax-Free Wealth by Tom Wheelwright. If you've read Rich Dad, Poor Dad, he is his accountant. So Robert Kiyosaki, his accountant is Tom Wheelwright. I would encourage you, if you're starting a business or you're looking to really understand tax, to read this book. It is boring, but it's worth it because you're going to end up saving a lot of money, and you're going to understand the tax loopholes, which can save you a bunch of money. And there's great things that you can do with understanding your tax rules and codes. Sometimes don't always leave it up to your accountant. I like to say, when you go to a mechanic and maybe you have something that's rattling in your car, you're thinking to yourself, oh gosh, what could that be? You take it to the mechanic, and mechanic's like, oh, your cam belt's done, your E=MC² done, your Pythagoras theorem's done, and you're so ignorant, thinking to yourself, oh my gosh, this sounds crazy, you know what I mean? And then he's quoting Albert Einstein, because you're ignorant. So you don't want to be ignorant. You want to take matters into your own hand. You want to be able to, understand the tax rules and regulations, or anything that you're getting yourself into, so you don't lose money. So I would encourage you to read Tax-Free Wealth if you're looking to start a business.
Well, my next book that I read this season has been How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. And this one is a renowned book, a book that most people have heard about. And even like in the 1900s, that's a book that I feel like it had a massive impact on so many people. I think it's one of the #1 bestsellers in a lot of different countries. And for me, this one really helped take my social skills to another level, and being able to interact with people better and build a connection. They say your network is your net worth. So I feel like a big skill for footballers in helping the transition or helping the prospects, even in football or even beyond football, is the ability to build good friends and influence people. So reading this book was, it was amazing. Some key topics or key points that I really found from it that I've been using and I've seen the effects was just encouraging the other person to speak whenever you're meeting people, asking the right questions so that you actually, people love to speak and talk. So when you're a good listener, people are more likely to come speak to you, open up to you, and ready to obviously hear your advice and your influence. And another key point was be vulnerable, genuine, and real. They always say real recognize real. So when you're authentic around people and you're not faking, not putting on a fake smile or doing this or that to impress people and actually win friends, then people will clock that straight away. But when you're actually genuine, you're authentic and you vibe with someone, then that's when you build that deeper connection. And then the last one from me would to be giving honest and sincere appreciation. So it's basically saying, don't be a beg. Don't be a beg or, give people compliments left, right, and center. But really and truly, you need to
just be authentic.
Be authentic, yeah. So I think in the days of social media currently, where people are just doing things, commenting on people's pictures, just I know him, that's my boy. He doesn't know you. Right. He doesn't know you, innit? So it's just about being authentic and being yourself, and really and truly, that's when people will actually value you and want to have a relationship with you.
The next book I have up here is Coach Builder, and this is a fantastic book by Donald Miller. He's got some other brilliant books. And the reason why I wanted to start reading Coach Builder, relatively new, came out in 2024, is I'm starting sort of a coaching business, if you would like, helping moving companies grow their moving company. And I thought it was very good for me to understand how to coach. Now, I like to speak, I like to give advice, but there's a way in which you can give advice and speak that someone's going to resonate with the information you're giving them, or there's a way in which you can speak and someone won't necessarily resonate with the information you're giving them. So it's very important to be able to understand how to coach, how to lead, how to get people to do what you want them to do, or rather how to get people to do what they want to do. So understanding how to coach people is a very important skill. So that's why I decided to read Coach Builder by Donald Miller. It's giving me loads of practical advice and tips on how to create products, how to manage and sell, and how to really just get people to do what they want to do to get them to where they want to get to in life. So I would recommend, if you're looking to start any sort of coaching business, if you're a coach of some sort, life coach, football coach, whatever it might be, I encourage you to read the book Coach Builder by Donald Miller. He's also got some fantastic books. He's also a Christian as well, and I got a lot of great tips and nuggets from that book. Just a quick caveat as well. What I like to do is, I see that Daniel's got a few books here, and so do I. But I like to listen to my books because I feel like I can drive around and have something in my ear and take on board information. I do a lot of driving in to work and from work, so I like to just listen to books and podcasts, which really help me. So I would encourage you, if you haven't got much time on your hands and you find it difficult to open up a book and read it, I would encourage you to buy the audiobook version. You can find it on YouTube or Audible, and just throw it in your ears when you're driving or when you're doing the dishes or something. And it's going to be a great way of soaking in information whilst you're doing everyday tasks.
Boom, boom, boom. We were going to do 5, but we're giving them too much gems.
So we're going to have to give them 4?
No, we're giving 3.
3, okay.
We'll leave it at 3. But yeah, I'll just give you guys a bonus one. This one here, daily devotion. If you're a Christian footballer or just a footballer who wants to, a daily motivational or spiritual, what would I say, injection into your day. It was gifted to me by an amazing guy. So I'd recommend you guys get it. It's called Jesus Calling. So daily devotional. Make sure you guys check that out. But boom, that's the 3 books that we've read as professional footballers this season. That has obviously helped us develop our knowledge, our mind beyond the pitch. And obviously reading helps you on the pitch. You can have more information to obviously dwell on and influence people and even have better conversations in the change room. Yeah. Anything else to add, Josh?
Yeah, just last thing, I would encourage people to read 100%. Whether it's reading a book physically or listening to a book, I would encourage you to gain knowledge and wisdom and understanding. The best book, obviously, the main book that we haven't got here is obviously the Bible. I would encourage you all to read that. Start maybe with the book of Proverbs or the book of John. Fantastic books. I would encourage you to start there. Scrap all of this. Go for the Bible first. But honestly, one of the best things I've ever done is take on board education, knowledge, wisdom from people that have gone before me, from people who I look up to, from people who are doing what I want to do, because you clap sort of the learning curve. It's a lot quicker when you're learning from people who have done it before you, instead of going out and making the mistakes yourself, which are also valuable. But why not take on board information from people that have gone before you, that are doing what you want to do, who have been where you want to go, and collapse that sort of time frame to get that knowledge, to acquire that skill, to get you to where you want to go quicker. So as much as you can, whenever you're driving, whenever you're doing the dishes, whenever you've got some downtime, open up a book, start reading, and when you start to learn what to do, you're going to be able to implement it. But you can't implement what you don't know. So I would encourage you guys to acquire as much knowledge as possible in the field that you want to sort of go into, and very soon, very quickly, you're going to be able to really progress in whatever you want to do.
Amen. See, my people perish because of a lack of knowledge. Don't perish. Don't perish. But yeah, boom. That's us for today. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Join the Beyond Football movement. Subscribe to the channel. Check out his podcast. We're gonna add the links to all of his social media in the description below. And then, yeah, we're out. In fact, comment the best book that you've read so far down below. And yeah, till next time, we're out.
Appreciate that.
GG.
Slide down with your dance is the vibe. It's a vibe, boy, your move is the vibe. Hey, dance is the vibe. It's a vibe, boy, your move is the vibe. Girl, you got to come closer.